Michelangelo. Michelangelo was born on March 6, 1475 in Caprice, Republic of Florence, which was in Italy. He died on February 18th in Rome. He was a sculptor, painter, architect, and a poet who exerted an unparalleled influence on the development of Western art. In early years, Michelangelo became an apprentice at the age of 13, which was pretty young, and it was to a painter of Demencio. At such a young age, the artist gave a chance to study at Humanist Academy, an institution founded by Medici. While studying at the academy, he then started sculpting. Michelangelo's teacher, Lorenzo, died, which forced the artist to move back home. He then made a wooden crucifix, which he gave as a present to the prior of the Santa Maria del Santo Spirito. This gave the artist a chance to come back and study the anatomy of humans at the church's hospital. The Lost Hercules. In 1492, Michelangelo carved his first freestanding statue of Hercules. It stood over 8 feet tall, and there's been some suggestions that Hercules in the Victorian and Albert Museum may be like a replica miniature version of it. Michelangelo influences. While studying at the academy, Michelangelo realized that his outlooks and works were rather influenced by numerous writers and philosophers in history. Bacchus, which is the Roman of God, on July 4th, 1496, he began sculpting the Roman god of wine. Cardinal Raphael Riorio asked him to do this project, but then he rejected his work when he later finished. Pieta. Michelangelo was asked in 1497 by the Roman ambassador to work on the now known artwork Pieta. There's multiple Pietas in Michelangelo's life. He was able to create several Pietas which reflects different images. The Pieta of Vittoria Colonna, for instance, was chalk drawing that presented Mary was upraised in arms and hands. This is David, which is another sculpture that he did. David by Michelangelo. Michelangelo's David is a massive at 17 feet tall and more than 12,000 pounds. It is sculpted from a single block of white marble. Moving the statue just under a mile took 40 men and over 4 days to complete. The Last Judgment. Today, this is viewed by almost 25,000 people a day. This is the Sistine Chapel, which there's a lot more artworks than just shown on the picture. This is the creation of Adam. The creation of Adam is one of my favorite pieces from Michelangelo. This painting is a part of the Sistine Chapel. It illustrates the biblical creation narrative from the book of Genesis, in which God gives life to Adam, the first man. Later in his life, Michelangelo is one of the many that were responsible for the 16th century Florence becoming the century of a movement of artists that has permanently enriched Western culture. He died on February 18th, 1564 in Rome, Italy. This is some of my sources.